All right, it's chest day. Got a little sit up here, and I'll explain it. So, on previous chest days, we will take this V handle and put on the T-bar row and use it for a close grip press for our chest. You can do the same thing with like a dumbbell and stuff. So the idea here is it's just a cable variation. Right up. You don't want to go straight back like this, because then that's all front delt. You want almost like you're doing a T-bar row. You're setting the motion out ahead of you. There's still a little front delt, but you get like a lot in that upper back. All right, pretty good. All right, so the idea here is, I mean, we've done upper chest flies before, but the idea here with the bench is to kind of get your chest up above it. We're gonna use it to stabilize our bodies, and then All right, moving on. All right.
Don't throw it.
Ooh. Ooh, last set of this. Ooh. All right, time for some chest fly action. And actually, we're gonna do another new movement after this that I am really excited to see how it feels and how it works. All right, let's say these. Now we're gonna get into a little something. Oh, all right, moving on. All right, so new movement unlocked. A little trick known as reverse grip incline press. The idea behind this is because you're sitting with this neutral grip, you can come down, a little deeper stretch on the chest, and take a little bit of that front delt out of it, along with, in theory, getting rid of like any pinch you might have from a normal press as well. Oh yeah.
Be careful. Yeah. It came out.
Ooh, all right, last chest movement. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, one more of those. All right, last set. It's been pretty freaking good chest day. Pretty happy with it. All right. Ooh, see you guys in the car. All right, guys, that was a chest day, and quite a chest day it was. It was not only like just a good, like traditional Jeremy Swires chest day of hitting our free presses and free flies, a total of 6 movements, a total of 24 working sets. Like, you know, that's just like a normal chest day for us. But it also was a bit different with free new movements we've never done, free, or in at least 2 of them, like the first 2's case, 2 new variations of a movement we've done before, and then the reverse grip press is a completely like new movement, never tried it before. But like when I say I have the best chest pump I've had in a while, I'm not exaggerating. Like that was just a good quality chest workout all the way. But I will say, if you're gonna copy some of those new movements, this is what I will say about them. First one, the cable variation of the close grip press that we typically would do with the V handle on the T-bar row. You'll see someone kneel under, say, a T-bar row or a landmine and grab the bar and raise it up to hit that upper chest and get a really good squeeze because it's close grip. Or again with a V handle, like I typically do with it. Or you'll see people take like 2 dumbbells, press them together while on a bench and do them, or just one and grab it and do the same thing. It's literally just a cable variation of it. But as I said at the beginning of the video when I was talking about how to cue it, don't just lean back on the bench and go straight up, right? Because that is all shoulder. You want it out and ahead of you a little bit, almost pushing up and away from yourself, and that is almost all upper pec. I will say, like any press, you're still gonna feel some of that front delt, but you're any chest press, you're going to get front delt. That is just a muscle that is typically activated during a press. Just what it is. But it is a solid chest movement. Now, that front chest fry with the chest support. Now that was something special. Because I mean, most chest days we do a cable upper pec fly, where you want to set your cables low and then swing your arm up and converge together to hit that upper pec. Doing that chest supported is a complete game changer, because that added fact that you're leaning this way away from the kind of with the angle of the cables, now you're almost finishing up higher into the chest. And again, I'll talk about cueing of the movement. You don't just want to swing your arm up, right? You want them to converge towards each other and get a squeeze in the chest at the top. If you were to just take your arms where they are and take them in like a linear motion straight up and then back down, you're gonna basically turn that into a supinated or a reverse grip version of a front raise, and then you're just gonna get all front delt. So make sure if you're doing those, you're doing a weight that you can come up together, get a good chest squeeze, and then back down. But I'm going to be completely honest, that is probably how from now on we are going to do our upper pec flies, because it hit completely different with the exact same weight I normally use for that movement. Like I almost always use the third weight on the stack for those flies, and it felt not only just a little like a smidge heavier, but it just felt so much better. It felt so good, and I've never had an issue with doing the normal cable version of it. But man, I didn't know it could be better. So if you're gonna give those a try, fantastic. Let's talk about that last movement, the reverse grip incline press. Obviously, I would recommend doing it on a Smith machine if we did. I would not free weight it unless you have a spotter and you're just like super comfortable with it. But I think that is best performed for sure on a Smith machine, because you're locked into that motion. You can't accidentally go too far up and maybe put your rotator cuffs and shoulders at any risk or anything along those lines, and you can pretty easily bail out on a Smith machine no matter what. So, but here's my opinion on this press. It is definitely meant to be used somewhere in the mid to the end of the chest workout. Somewhere in the middle to the end of the chest workout. We did. Because that is for sure a movement you do not want to load up a lot of weight on, because your wrists are kind of almost in an awkward position from holding it in a neutral grip. But I will say the supposed benefits of doing it that way are very, very real. Like I said, it's supposed to avoid any shoulder discomfort. My shoulders did not pop, they did not pinch. Felt fine. I will say I felt it in the front delt a lot at the very top of the movement, more than normal. But I will say, I mean, at that point, you're literally doing almost a reverse grip shoulder press because of how high up I had the bench. So that might just be on me for putting the bench up a smidge higher than I normally do on incline. But the real magic of it was from pretty much as long as I didn't walk out my elbows, it stayed out of the shoulders. So from there down, incredible stretch on the chest, especially being able to come down past bar touches almost that lower chest instead of mid to upper, like on a traditional incline, and then exploding back out of that felt so good. That may not be a movement we use a lot, but it is for sure that all three of those movements are added to the arsenal. If I ever feel like maybe using that close grip press as a finisher like I normally do when we do it on the T-bar row, maybe we'll do the cable variation once in a while. If I ever feel like, man, I want to hit some incline, but I want to go light with a focus on stretch instead of doing traditional incline, we'll wait until later in the workout and we'll use that reverse grip. But like I said, from now on, that chest supported variation of the upper pec fly, that is the way to do it. That is the way to do it from now on. You will not see me standing to do that at all anymore. Okay, fantastic chest pump. Super happy with the workout. Yeah, I'm so happy with the workout. It is a great workout. So, all that being said, tomorrow is arm day. It will be a shoulder involved arm day. If you're new to the channel, this is your first video. The way we train right now is we're doing a bro split, back, chest, arms, legs. Every other arm day, we hit shoulders in that rotation. It's one of the only ways I've found that me and Brandon can kind of avoid any like shoulder discomfort, any impingements, anything like that. And it sucks because like obviously we're looking to avoid injury. We don't want our shoulders bothering us on chest days and arm days and all that. And this was a way we found that like, if we train this way where our shoulders are getting a longer break between the times they're trained, we seem to avoid that discomfort and even injury because I have been injured in my shoulder before. But I will say it sucks because I think that is where my arms are kind of lacking the most is the shoulders. And maybe might do like a thing where maybe I spam 100 lateral raises a day. I think that might just be a fun thing to do. Like, I did 100 lateral raises for a month. Here's what happened, right? We'll see. But that might be a fun little thing to do, to experiment with. But I don't know. I feel like shoulders are lacking, so it sucks that seems to be just the best method for us. But tomorrow will involve shoulders. I do have a bit of a plan. I'm feeling Smith machine shoulder press, and there's a reason for it. We're going to do behind the head, which I'm not a massive fan of. I feel like if we lower the weight, don't go straight up, do one click behind 90 degrees on the bench. Make sure we're lined up with the Smith machine just right, that the track of it comes right in between our heads and the seat, and then right back up. I feel like there's going to be not only just like a great contraction, but hopefully we can get pretty deep pretty comfortably. So I'm not going to do like my normal weight. I might do like 20 pounds less, but with an emphasis on really getting it deep and being very controlled on said shoulder press and getting the most out of it. So I'm thinking we're going to do that tomorrow. Lateral raises, either face pulls or reverse flies, and then we'll get into biceps and triceps. What those specific exercises are going to be are kind of up for debate right now. I'll figure it out for sure by the time we work out tomorrow. But as of right now, I do have the shoulder portion pretty well figured out. It will ultimately depend on mood. We might get in there I might decide to add in another shoulder exercise or maybe switch one up. But as of right now, the plan is behind the head Smith machine shoulder press, a lateral raise variation of some kind, whether it be dumbbell or cable, and then a rear delt movement of some kind, whether it be like cable reverse flies or face pulls. But either way, we will hit all heads of the shoulders, and then we'll get into the main meat of the arm workout, being biceps and triceps. We'll probably, I don't think we'll alternate. I think we'll just do all tricep exercises and then all bicep exercises and get it done. And it will either be 3 or 4 exercises for both. So it should be a pretty stinking good arm day. I'm looking forward to it. So, y'all know what I'm going to say. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch the video. If you like the video, like it. If you made it this far and you aren't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. You're already here anyways. If you want the best supplements on the market, go down to the link in the description. Harder Than Last Time Supplements. That's HTLTsubs.com. Use code JS15 and save 15% off your order. And if you're not satisfied with the product, there is a money-back guarantee. So not only will you get all your money back, but you will also get a $50 gift card if you are not satisfied with the supplements that you receive. That being said, speaking of Harder Than Last Time gift cards, in the link in the description there is a link to my Instagram, and I will be doing a $100 gift card giveaway when we hit 500 followers. So go down to the link in the description, give the Instagram a follow. So all that being said, love and appreciate you guys. Truly, you have no idea. Again, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video. And I will see you tomorrow for a big, juicy arm pump. See you then.